The college admissions scandal. For the past few weeks, the whole country has been rocked by the news that hundreds of parents have been accused of bribing their kids' way into America's elite colleges, and also USC. And now some of the people involved are beginning to face the consequences.
This morning, there's word of new investigations. While the first wave of defendants charged in the scheme appeared in court, coaches charged with taking bribes, test proctors accused of helping wealthy students cheat on their admissions tests, facing federal charges in Boston.
Yale announced Monday that it has rescinded the acceptance of one student linked to the scandal.
USC now says it may expel students who are connected to the college admissions bribery scandal.
Yes, the coaches who helped these parents in the scam are now facing major jail time. And I mean, of course they were going to get caught, all right? When the water polo coach shows up to practice in a Bentley, there's going to be some questions, all right? And there are some people who feel bad for the kids who did nothing wrong, you know, because now they might get kicked out of college because of what their parents did. The truth is, it's sad, but it does make sense. It doesn't really matter if the kids didn't know their parents bribed their way in. The point is they got into the school under false pretenses, all right? I mean, if Tinder puts Chris Hemsworth's photo on your profile, people are going to swipe right, but you can't blame your matches when they bail out of the date, you know? If they get there and they're like, ooh, this is not what I was promised. Like, yeah, but I didn't know. It's like, yeah, but I know. Ooh. And this whole college admission scandal has brought up a wider conversation about a couple of things. For instance, what's going to happen to Fuller House without Aunt Becky, you know? Personally, I don't think they need her, because if you ask me, that house was already too full. But a larger conversation people are having is how some parents are so obsessed with giving their kids an easy life that they're willing to do anything. But as strange as it seems, this kind of parenting is actually a growing trend.
In the wake of the college admissions scandal, there's been a lot of discussion about overparenting. Well, say hello to Snowplow parents, moms and dads, determined to clear any obstacle from their child's path.
Yeah, according to a recent New York Times Morning Consult poll, 76% of parents have reminded their adult children of deadlines, including for schoolwork, and 15% say they have called or texted their college students to wake them up for their classes.
One more stat from that, 11% of parents with adult children would call their child's employer if he or she had an issue at work.
No. There are parents out there who are calling their adult children's bosses if there's an issue. Those are two people who should never be interacting with each other, all right? A parent talking to a boss is so crazy that it's not even a combination in the porn world. You understand that? Huh? You understand that? And they have every combination, all right? They've got teacher student, they've got pool boy housewife, they've got dad babysitter, they've got astronaut babysitter, they've got pool boy astronaut, but there's never been a porno that was like, my son needs a standing desk in his office, and I'm not taking no for an answer. That's not a thing. And if you thought those examples of snowplow parents were weird, wait until you hear how far one parent went to shield her kid from something even scarier than missing class: wet food.
This is an anecdote in the New York Times. One child, did not like to eat sauce with her food. So her entire life, her parents helped her avoid sauce. Tomato sauce, ketchup, mustard, okay, all of that. They even called their friends' houses before dinner to make sure there was no sauce available.
If the girl was going
over. So when she went to college, that's when the problem was. She didn't know how to cope with the cafeteria options of sauce. So she ended up dropping out of school.
I don't even know where to begin with this one. You dropped out of college because of sauce? That was your big concern at college? Everyone else at school is like, impeach Trump, abolish ICE. And this girl's off to the side like, and what about sauce? Dry food matters. Dry food matters. Maybe just sit this one out, Megan. Like, I've heard of people being picky about food, but no sauce is just so broad. Like, what does that mean? No tomato sauce? No gravy? No condiments? Are you okay with guacamole? Hummus? Is that sauce? Can you moisturize? No, because, I mean, lotion is basically just sauce for your skin. I mean... So look, This whole snowplow parent thing is pretty bizarre. And you might be wondering, what kind of parents would do such crazy things for their kids? Well, we were wondering that too. So here at The Daily Show, we decided to make a little documentary to find out who these parents are.
Hi, I'm Arnold.
And I'm Deborah, and we're snowplow parents.
Yeah, we try and clear any obstacles or challenges that may be in the way of our precious boy, Billy.
I knew he was special from the moment he stopped wearing diapers at age 5. You know, we just want his life to be perfect, so we fix all of his problems before he even realizes it's a problem.
Yeah, whether it's buying him Instagram followers, paying a cheerleader to go to prom with him, or even beating up potential bullies before he gets to school.
Hey, you a bully? Huh? I love my son.
Look, I'm not gonna lie, it's hard keeping up with it, especially as he's gotten older. But it got a lot easier once we quit our jobs.
What's the hardest thing you've had to do?
He still doesn't know that his grandma died last year. It's tough keeping that ruse going.
Hello, Billy. It's your very much alive grandmother.
By the way, thanks for putting me in this awesome documentary about gifted teenagers.
Oh, no. This documentary is about snowplow kids.
What?
Whoa.